Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we're going to be planning out a war tech with Tribe Gaming, and we're going to come in with Yetis, which is something we've never done before. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to plan out and do a attack with a troop I've never used before, which you guys have probably seen everywhere on YouTube. Well, it's actually the Yetis. Believe it or not, I've never done a Yeti attack here. I've recapped some attacks of people using them, but I personally have never actually done it here in a live game. For the dev build when there was testing, yes, I did some of that, but never actually in the live game in a real attack. So this is going to be the first time I've seen too many Yeti attacks, to be honest, but this is going to be before the upcoming balance change when I'm doing this attack here, which they did mention level 18 cannon HP, so no longer will get one shot by the Royal Champion ability. Yeti Mites will no longer trigger traps, so in this attack, the Yeti Mites will trigger traps. So if you're watching this later, the update may be live, the balance change. And then that new community tab, which is going to be really nice, so they're going to have creator videos in the in-game there for you guys to find and be able to learn more about different attack strategies. I think that's really cool. It's going to help all the creators. And while I'm on it, make sure you guys have the creator code if you have not used it already, or if you forget, remember every 7 days it does go away. CarbonFin, you can help support me down there under the creator boost, under more settings in your settings there. But I'm going to come in with a Yeti Quake. I've never done it. I've always been like, oh, I just hate watching, but I feel like it's going to be the right attack for the base, and it's one of the bases that's not hit in this war here. I mean, yeah, we definitely won this. We have 29 triples to the 3, so that's definitely over unless they, like, triple like almost all the bases or something. But this is the base. It's a fresh base, hasn't been attacked. But why am I thinking a Yeti Quake? Well, because it looks like it's a good base for it, because you want to be able to have your Yetis go through the base, and the earthquakes have to open up like majority of the base. And what I saw here is 10 tiles, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that right there is telling me, okay, this is a possible Yeti situation or possible base to use earthquakes on. So I was thinking, all right, well, the earthquakes can open up this whole area right here. So then now what? Well, I can get my troops into here with one jump spell. So the composition takes a jump, quake, 2 rages, and a heal here. So if I drop the jump right here, like connecting pretty much like onto this, so it connects this, so it opens up this section, connects into here, and it opens up this section, connects into here. So the jump spell will literally connect all of this area. So I'm thinking if I can get the jump spell into here, I go like this, I earthquake all of this, which then will open up the whole base through that side. So that's why I think earthquake would be good. So I get everything to go right through the base. So now what about this inferno? This inferno is the only part that I am not touching, right? So I'm going to use my siege barracks over here with the P.E.K.K.A. wizards as well to help create the funnel, and then the hogs will come out, and then my royal champion, my RC, will come over here behind the hogs, heal them up, and they'll be responsible for this right side. So the Yetis will go all the way through the base with the Grand Warden, the Queen, P.E.K.K.A.'s Yetis through there. The Royal Champion and the Siege Barracks will come from this right side to take out this multi-target Inferno. Alright, so now how do I set my funnel? Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a Warden walk. I want the Warden to pick off this right here. I want the Warden to grab this. He's pretty much going to grab all this, but a key thing I really want down is this gold mine right here, so that the Yetis, when they do jump, don't go over here. I'd rather them go from here and then into the base, because if this is up, they'll go like this to the left. So I have to make sure the Warden does take this down. Then I drop the Yetis from this side to pull the Grand Warden up. Then I'm going to probably drop my king right here, so he goes like this, and he goes like this, and he's going to move his way around. Do I have a wizard? I do have 3 wizards, so I could drop like a wizard up here to help the king. So the king will go like this, and he'll help set the funnel a little bit over here. Warden will help set the funnel over here, so we get the jump. Yetis come right into here with the P.E.K.K.A.s. They're going to jump in. We quad quake, make our way through, pop the Grand Warden ability probably early through here, and then they're going to make their way through the base, or the siege barracks up top with the Royal Champion. So let's see. This is the first time I'm ever going to be using Yetis here, so that's the plan. So I just want to count the tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to drop the earthquake right on this tile right here, so I can open up this one and this one. If I miss that tile, then I won't open up all that, and I need all that down. So let me go ahead and try my first ever Yeti Quake. Let's see how this goes. I don't know. This is the first time I'm ever doing it. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and try to hit the base. I'm also going to drop a balloon like leading into here to test for some seeking air mines, just in case if the when the healers come around that way, they don't get hit. But we'll see. All right. Plus, it's going to be double multi-target infernos in here. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe drop the P.E.K.K.A.s, then Yetis or something, or we'll see. I don't know. I've never done it before, so here we go. Let's go and attack the base here in 3, 2, 1. Let's attack. All right. So we're coming in with Yetis. First time ever with the Yetis. All right, here we go. Drop the Grand Warden right here with the healers onto him. All right, so Grand Warden. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to drop a wizard up top at 12. Drop the king right here. Alright, now I'm going to need to get the once that goes down. Going against the jump down. Yetis. Queen. Balloon. King ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and probably rage everything up. Warden, come on, step up a little bit, Warden. Let's go ahead and get the siege barracks down up here. It's probably a little bit late, because I'm a noob at this. Go and get the poison down in here. We haven't yet touched, actually, the stuff on the top. Let's go and drop the Royal Champion. We do have a heal spell. P.E.K.K.A's up top. Drop a wizard. Let's see, we got all the hogs coming up top over there. Do have the heal. Let's see, we're moving our way through with the hogs. Royal Champion ability. Let's drop a minion over here. Let's drop a heal for them. Queen's under ability. Okay, it ended up working. My first ever Yeti smash attack, or Yeti Quake. So I was late on the siege barracks, but it ended up working nonetheless because we got a ton of access to the base. We'll pop Queen ability. And yeah, so it was asking for it because the earthquakes opened up that whole side. Hogs ended up coming around the top side there. And yeah, that's why I wanted to do the Yeti Quake there, which I've never done before, but it ended up working. The base was perfect. It's just base identification for that attack strategy. Let's jump back into the replay here and break this down here. I'm going to go ×4 through the beginning portion, but it was really important that I took out that gold mine, right? So let me go ahead and get to that gold mine part. All right, so you'll also see that right before I take out this gold mine, like the Warden's going to get his next shot like right now, but this is when I drop the P.E.K.K.As, right? So P.E.K.K.As are down right as he's about to fire upon it, because I wanted the P.E.K.K.As and the Yetis to pull the Grand Warden back up the base like this. So you want to make sure you drop it close. I was expecting the king to run this way. I didn't think he was going to loop back into the base, which actually technically helped there. The balloon flies in. Warden was taking a little bit of damage there. Healers end up actually transferring off, but here we go. So let's take a look at what this earthquake opens up. It technically opened up even this section right here, right? So I'll zoom out of here, and what the earthquake ended up opening up, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the P.E.K.K.As and the Yetis can grab. They can grab all of the defenses inside of this ring, right? Now the queen, since she can reach over one layer of the wall, she can technically reach all of this stuff that's one layer behind all of that. So if she steps into there, she can grab all of this stuff. So literally this whole part of the base can be taken out by the queen, the Yetis, and the P.E.K.K.A. Now that leaves this section of the base on the top side, which is what the siege barracks, P.E.K.K.A. wizards, which come out of the siege barracks, and then the hogs and the Royal Champion will help take care of. That's why it worked really, really well, and it worked according to plan. And we'll take a look if we zoom in here. I waited a little bit for the Grand Warden ability because he wasn't in there, and I pop it to protect everything through 2 scatters, through a multi, through the CC. And I mean, it was a damage CC, so we could get through it really easily. If it was a lava, obviously it would have slowed down our queen a little bit more, but we get through that no problem. But the big thing is with the Yetis and the P.E.K.K.As is the Town Hall, right? You don't need that warden ability for the Town Hall. Like, they can survive it. See, look at this. They survive, they don't die, right? If those were boulders, they would have been absolutely crushed. You need that warden ability. And then here comes the hogs out of the siege barracks. I think I could have dropped the siege barracks a little bit earlier so that the hogs could have then joined up as they all moved up around here. But nonetheless, it looks like it ended up working out. I don't even think I needed that heal spell, to be honest, but I was waiting to see where was the best spot to drop the heal for the hogs, because the hogs looked healthy here. I just popped the Royal Champion. She literally gets like full health again. That's crazy. And there's no more splash. Yetis and P.E.K.K.A.s come on the bottom side, and yeah, it worked according to plan perfectly because that earthquake opened up the whole base. You just don't want your base to be opened up by one earthquake spell just like that. If you do one jump and an earthquake, it opens up the whole base, then you are in trouble of getting hit with Yetis. But remember, this is before the balance change, so I don't know how the Yeti Mites not activating traps is what that's going to do essentially. Obviously, it's going to make it harder because then Yetis will be more prone to giant bombs, they'll be more prone to spring traps, they'll be more prone to small bombs or anything like that. So it will be harder with Yetis, I think so. But hey, I did one of the Yeti attack. Should I just stop and never do another Yeti and stay 100% perfect with that Yeti smash right there? Alright, now that we just wrapped up a Yeti attack, I want to jump into another one that EveCheck actually came in with. And EveCheck decides to use kind of almost similar comp that I have, which he has the Quad Quake, 4 of them. He has a jump spell, he has 6 Yetis, he has 3 P.E.K.K.A.s. He's not taking any boulders as well. So we're going to take a look at what he does and then figure out why did he do it. Did he get kind of the same access that I got, the same value that I got? Maybe a little bit different, but obviously every Yeti attack or something can be a little bit different. But let's see essentially what he does here. So he does the same thing. He sets the he does the Grand Warden Walk over here to help set the funnel on this side at 9 o'clock. And so now the question would be, all right, well, guys, is he going to then set the funnel like I did over here, and then he's going to charge into the base like this? Or is he going to set the funnel over here and then charge into the base like this? Obviously, those are one of the two options, because you wouldn't charge in the base like this because you need this Warden to either follow in through here or follow in through here to move in with the rest of your units, right? And so what he's going to actually end up deciding to do is if he comes down this way, he's going to then have a straight line that's going to go like this through the base, right? If he came like this, yes, he could have a straight line like this way, but let's take a look at essentially what the jump spell is going to give him access to. So he's going to help set the funnel over here on the top side. Grand Warden's going to reach this wizard tower right here. Here goes the king, and he's going to use the king to set the funnel on the bottom side, just like I did. But instead, he uses the siege barracks to help get an extra P.E.K.K.A. into the core here. So here comes the P.E.K.K.A.s, here comes the Yetis. So now what do we have to think about? So first thing you do is the jump spell, right? Jump spell is going to get you into the base. And now once the jump spell gets in, technically you're going to be able to get into this section. This is where you're going to get stopped. So the earthquake has to start on this wall, or at least the edge of the earthquake. So you have to count tiles. So from this wall, basically that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It literally can open up this whole area over here. So that means if he gets everything into the core, it literally can completely gut this whole core right here. So there it is. There's the one jump spell to get everything into the base first. Right, here comes some hogs out of it. He drops the Royal Champion behind the king to help clear this. And then there is the earthquake. He's going to completely gut this whole core. He's going to pop that Grand War Internal Tome, which was perfect. This base was calling for that Yeti smash as well, just like the attack that I did. And he's just going to completely overwhelm this one. Still has the Royal Champion ability still left in the bag. He has the P.E.K.K.A.s. He has the Yetis moving through. Queens even still has her ability. And EveCheck coming in really nicely right here. Beautiful job. And he comes in. Let's see. We'll go ahead and put it on ×4 here. So I have actually 2 more attacks that I want to show you that EveCheck does, which was a Queen Walk and a Royal Champion charge. So let me go ahead and jump into his first one here, which was on number 17. So here's EveCheck's attack here. And take a look at this. He has 10 healers. 10 healers in this attack with 20 Hog Riders. So I don't think I've seen maybe I've seen a base similar to this, kind of where they're offset by a wall layer here, but let's see what he does here. So he sends the Wall Wrecker with the Queen to charge into the base right here on this left side. Drops some balloons to take this down. Here goes the King to help set a funnel on this bottom side. But Very important. He's getting that funnel set, so now the queen can charge her way into here, and he's going to use that jump for the queen. But look at this. He is now charging this royal champion in all by herself with the healers in the raid spell. Look at this. The royal champion is jumping the walls, taking out these defenses down here. Wow, look at this value that he's getting. So he's going to freeze the enemy queen, the expo there, and that the royal champion is just, she's not stopping. She's continued to go through. Look at this. The royal champion gets so much value, drops that freeze onto that multi-target inferno so that the healers don't get picked off there. And so he wants to get a little bit more value. He wants to try to get this multi-target inferno down. He does still have that royal champion ability, and the queen's getting stalled up right here. And then he's going to be able to jump the queen into here, and there is the jump spell, and she can reach this multi-target inferno. And look at what's taken out on this base. Look at this. The queen's going to be able to jump and reach pretty much the eagle in the town hall. And now what's left for the hogs, which he's got 20 of them, is with the Grand Warden, this alley right here. So he can literally send the hogs just like this with the Grand Warden. Yes, he doesn't have any more spells, right? So he's just going to have to send the hogs with the Warden. Has some cleanup wizards behind, so you have to be very careful of when you have to pop that Grand Warden Eternal Tome. But best spot to pop it would be pretty much in this area as he's getting close to that scatter shot. So there it is, through the bomb tower, because if that scatter shot locks onto all your hogs, those hogs are going to get destroyed. But he's getting in, and he just got into range of that scatter shot, so he didn't take too much damage there. But Eve Check coming in with a beautiful kind of royal champion charge in combination with the queen charge. There's a little Tesla down there. He was able to help take it down, and then the hogs helped finish this face off. Eve Check, really nice attack, an attack that I have rarely seen or not even seen at all. Look at that, getting the 3-star right there. And then we'll take a look. Oh, we actually have a live. Oh, it's on the bottom base, Lord Kirk there. So it's those bases aren't really developed too much, but I mean, we're going on to a 37 right here, and this is Eve Check again, right? So the reason for this one, it's the tunnels on the outside. I wanted to show you again this attack because, again, he's coming in with 10 healers, right? 10 healers on this one, and what he's going to do. This base I've definitely seen a couple times, especially in Legends League, and he's going to send a Stone Slammer here, but he's going to try to take out that multi-target inferno with his queen, but the queen's going to be responsible for this top side. And I mean, this is actually a really smart play. So Stone Slammer for right here. He tried to get that multi-target inferno, unfortunately was not able to get it. But now he's going to have the queen walk her way up towards this town hall, the queen, the clan castle, going to try to get all that value. And also set a funnel down here. So now that he's sending, also looks like the king up here too, because there looks to be a bunch of trash, and even the king over there as well could be a little bit of a pain. But here comes the royal champion on the bottom side. She's going to be responsible for all of this down here. So in goes the Ice Golem, Royal Champion. He hasn't dropped the healers yet. He's going to wait till this Ice Golem does pop because he doesn't want the Ice Golem to steal the healers and the healers stay on the Ice Golem the whole time. So there comes the healers onto the Royal Champion. Queen's going to take out the enemy queen, the Town Hall, all of this, tons of value. And then he's going to be able to rage up those healers again for the Royal Champ. Drop some back in hogs. Can drop some wizards. There it is, some wizards right there, because you don't want to run into that time fail issue. And so here goes, and then Royal Champion is she's continued to go through. Look at this. Royal Champion burns her ability right here, drops a freeze on the scatter, drops another rage to keep that Royal Champion alive. His queen goes for the wall, still hasn't dropped the Grand Warden, so this is kind of like that last attack there. So you see the queen's going through here now, and now what does he have? He has kind of this alleyway. He can send the Grand Warden with the hogs that way, or he can send the Grand Warden with the hogs that way on the top side, right? And exactly, he's coming from the top. He's coming from the hogs all the way through here. Doesn't have any more spells, so no more spell support, but he does have that Grand Warden Eternal Tome, which he does use right there. And the Royal Champion is continuing and down here. So very nice identification to use the hogs up top because this Royal Champion is still alive, going down south, getting the value. Has another miner, has a balloon. Really a nice job here. Oh, Eve Check coming in with a beautiful attack with that Royal Champion charge coming in, and the Queen charge, the Royal Champion charge with some Hog Riders. This is an attack that maybe I might look into if I ever see a base like this, or I never even thought to do an attack with 2 charges and then hogs like that, but that was a really cool attack right there. Really cool 2 hits from Eve Check, something that is really cool to see. He's part of the 5-man roster right there of Tribe Gaming. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, especially of that Yeti planning attack there. Wanted to throw some Queen charge and Royal Champion charge at the end there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy that as well. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go and hit that like button, subscribe down below for the daily content, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. CarbonFin signing out. Peace.